Hi everyone, welcome to the LGBTQ Voice. My name is Eileen. I'm glad to be back. Tracy will be back next week. I'm here every third Tuesday of the month to talk about LGBTQ issues, things that are going on in our community, and how you can get involved. Tonight I'm here with Jeannie, of course.
Hello.
And we have a guest, Jessie Mckinney.
Hello guys, I'm so excited to be here.
Hi, so Jessie, tell us what you're here to talk about today.
Hi, I'm here representing the Rainham Public Library. I'm the children's librarian at the library, and I'm here to talk about a new program we're starting called Rainbow Storytime. It's going to focus on we're going to read books that sort of reflect the LGBTQ experience. We want it to be really welcoming for all kinds of families and all kinds of kids. And also we want to use it to promote compassion and understanding and to really celebrate differences.
Excellent. So what is your role at the library?
I'm the children's librarian, which means I'm over all of the children's materials and also children's programming and programming for families.
So what gave you the idea to start this LGBTQ story hour, Rainbow Story Hour?
We had a mom come in who suggested it. She was interested, I guess, the girl Jazz, the transgender girl Jazz, yeah. She promotes a reading day every year where people read her book and read other books about the transgender experience. And this mom was interested in doing something like that. And the more we talked, the more it seemed like it might be a good idea to broaden it out so that it could be inclusive for all kinds of people and all kinds of groups. And she was really on board with that, and so that's what we're going to do. So we're really excited about it, and that's always the best when we can get suggestions from the community about what the community wants. I think that's usually when the best kind of programs happen. So I was really excited that she suggested that and that we were able to do it.
So it's amazing that a parent actually came in and said, hey, this is what's going on nationally, really, because
yes.
I Am Jazz is really nationally known. It's a TV series of a young person's journey. And so you were able to use that idea to meet some of the needs of families and promote compassion and understanding.
Yeah.
So what age group are you looking to focus on?
We're we're focusing on families in general, so it's going to be open to all ages, and then depending on the ages that come, we'll kind of customize the books that we read and the things that we talk about, but everybody's welcome.
Why do you think this is so important for your library?
I think one of the major roles of libraries is being able to meet the needs of everyone in the community, and I think this is a great way of making sure that everyone feels welcome, everyone feels included. Also, I think it's a great way of connecting people in the community with each other. It becomes a place where people can meet each other, interact with each other, families and kids, and also hopefully connect with a lot of the materials that we have. It's a great opportunity to promote materials that people might be interested in and letting them know that the library is a place for them and is a place for everybody in our community.
So the library has really been impacted by social media, websites, audiobooks, all of those types of things.
Yeah.
So I think this is a great way to show that our libraries and our communities are knowledgeable of what's going on and bring people back into the community. So I commend you for that, for taking a new stance on what the library is supposed to be and letting people know that. Have you had any negative feedback?
So this is the first time we're trying it, and that's going to be in 2 weeks. It's going to be Tuesday, April 2nd. It's our first time doing it. So far, I've only had positive feedback, so we'll see what happens. We're prepared in case there's any negative feedback, but so far it's been really positive. Everyone's been really supportive about it.
So April 2nd, at what time?
6:30, so it'll be in the evening.
6:30 p.m., so a lot of families will be able to attend.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Is there a pre-registration needed?
No, we're going to accommodate everybody who comes, so if anyone's interested, they can come.
And do you know of any other libraries who have done this?
Libraries have been doing similar events throughout the country. Especially recently, there's been a lot of news about the drag queen story times, which is a wonderful, wonderful idea and a wonderful program, and different libraries across the country have been doing that, or have been doing more like the rainbow story times, or just LGBTQ family kind of events, for sure. I think that's kind of a trend right now in libraries, which is great.
The address. So what is the address of where this is located?
760 Main Street in Rainham.
And you'll send me a flyer and I can post it on our website?
Absolutely.
For anyone who's interested.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
Go, Jeannie. That's why you're here.
When you say that you're doing this with the community, is it just sharing stories, reading certain books, different activities? How are you going to educate on what it is that you're trying to bring together, and so I'm just curious on what else and how.
For our first event, it's mostly about giving people a chance to connect with each other and bringing people together, and sharing the materials that we have. There's so many like wonderful picture books being published right now that really speak to these issues, and I think really give kids either a mirror of their own experience or a window into someone else's, which is always really great. So we want to highlight those materials. I'll be putting together some book lists for people. That's where we're starting, and then hopefully from there we'll see where it goes. And see what people are interested in, and see hopefully connecting with other groups that can help us out and figure out what would be good. And
have you advertised it throughout your community?
Yeah, we put it up on Facebook today. It's been on our library website. We've got flyers. We're putting flyers in the schools, so we're hopeful that people will hear about it and will come.
Have you gotten any feedback on it, or?
Yeah, so far it's been positive. So far everyone's been very supportive and excited about it. So far it's been good.
Do you have a list of books yet, or?
I'm in the process of working on it, so I have a big pile on my desk of all the wonderful books that are out there. There's a lot. One of my favorites that's come out this year is called Julian is a Mermaid, and the illustrations are beautiful, and it's a really simple story about a little boy who sees these women dressed in these like beautiful mermaid costumes and says like, I'm a mermaid. He tells his grandma. And her response is really wonderful, and it's really great. And so I think that's been my favorite of the pile so far. But there's a lot, and so I'm gonna go through those, put together a book list that we'll have at the event.
Maybe you can get a copy of the book list and post it up, Eileen.
I definitely can.
Yeah,
do that.
when I have it, I'll send it over. Yeah, because there's just a lot of really great materials right now.
I think this is something that we can start to encourage across all of our cities and towns, to have an opportunity for maybe not every story hour, but maybe once a month to have a story hour that is, engaging and welcoming for LGBTQ children, families, and show them that the library is a place that they're, can be comfortable and enjoy.
Yeah, because there are kids today that don't even consider going to the library anymore.
That's right.
They don't even, doesn't even, like, not even a thought anymore to go to the library. So like, this is a good thing to bring to the community.
I still have a library card.
Yeah.
Just saying, I love the library. So I'm going to take a minute to say hi to Kate. Hi, Kate, and hi, Nate. Thanks for watching. Please let us know if you have any questions about Rainbow Storytime. Rainbow Storytime. Any recommendations for books, comment, ask us questions. Is there anything else you want to share that's happening at the library?
I did want to point out, because I realized that Rainham is a bit of a drive, and this might not be in everyone's, it might be too far for some people, but like with the women at our library, if this is interesting to you and you want your library to have something like this, I'd really encourage people to talk to their librarians, because most librarians really do want to do programming that the community wants and needs, and are open to suggestions and open to feedback. So I would encourage people to talk to their libraries. If this is too far for you, then talk to your library, because chances are they'll be interested in doing something similar if they know the community wants it.
Right. So Kate posted that her clients ask what's a library all the time. So Kate works with younger, young children, teens, adolescents, and so that's the work that she does. So she's saying that her clients ask, what's a library? So, I mean, that goes to show that we really need to reinforce that, you know, show children what a library is. I love the library, Jeannie.
I know, my kids have a library card, they love it.
They should have a library card. What do you think would be a challenge? Do you see any challenges with this story hour?
It's a good question. I'm hoping there's not negative feedback from the community, but it's possible that there could be. People sometimes have complaints about all kinds of things and concerns. We're pretty ready to field that. The one nice thing about library events is they're very optional, so it's pretty easy to encourage people, like, if this isn't the event for you, then you don't have to attend. But we want to make sure that there are events for everybody, that everybody can find something that works for them.
When you initially, or whoever initially thought of the idea, was it a hard sell at the library? Because I'm sure there had to be some conversation and approval of starting this. Was there pushback? What did that look like?
Well, when the mom first approached me, I was like, yeah, we'll totally do this. And then I started the library last May, and I'm new to the area. So after I just spoke to her, I realized, like, I have no idea what the political landscape of this community is, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, actually, I have to talk to my boss and see if this is something we want to sponsor. Even if we couldn't sponsor it, I knew that she could use our facilities, you know what I mean? Like, she could host it. But when I went to my boss, she was very on board and very like, oh yeah, we absolutely want to do this. Like, let's do this whole thing. And so I've had support. Again, I think, libraries and librarians really do want to meet the needs of the community, but sometimes it's just figuring out the best way to do that.
Are you doing it by yourself, or are the other librarians and workers all on board as well?
Everyone's been on board with promoting it. I'll be the one who's actually like conducting the story time. But yeah, everyone's been on board and we've been promoting it.
And are you ready for questions after they read those stories?
That's
I'm going to tell you, they're going to give you some questions. Maybe I should go with you.
Maybe so. Well, actually, and that's one reason why I wanted to reach out to different groups as well, because I think it would be really wonderful. Again, like, I think that's why Drag Queen Storytime is so wonderful. I think the more representation from the community that we can have involved, the better. Like, I would love that. And that is something that we're definitely like seeking out, is to have, more people so they can see people and be like,
people's differences.
Like, and so I would love to have more of that happen as we get more connected with the community and more connected with people who are interested and would like to help out. Because I think it'd be great to have, different people read and different people pick materials.
And a drag queen to be at one of them.
That would be fantastic. I just don't have the contacts, but if anyone
we can hook you up with that. Believe it or not, we know gay people.
Jamie, you know gay people. So we definitely can work on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are many, many, many people in the community that would be willing to come in and read in all of the libraries, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Drag Queen Story Hour is something that's been talked about in this area for a while. I'm not sure that it's been implemented, but it has been talked about in New Bedford for sure. Yeah. So I'm hopeful that we will get to do that. We have a Pride event here in New Bedford, South Coast Pride, on June 1st, and we do a lot of children's activities. We have a children's area, so they have activities. And have you been to New Bedford Pride? No.
I haven't. I just new here. So
we can talk about it a little bit. I'll talk about it a little bit later. But there's tons of events and performers, and many of them, Kate just said, Kate, who works with the children 4 to 18, will come in and read. So thank you,
That's
Kate.
great.
I'm going to call you right after the show, and we're going to schedule a time for you to read. And she said, Jeannie, you're awesome.
I love that, Kate, already. I don't even know who she is.
You do know who she is. She actually is Kate, can I say what you do for work? She works with a lot of children in the community, but she's very involved and engaged with supporting young people and making sure they're understood. But she will definitely read. But we, at Pride, there's a lot of different performers and a lot of vendors and participation from the community, and they would be more than happy to engage and help.
Yeah.
So that would be exciting. The network, South Coast LGBTQ Network,
Yes.
She said, yes, I can say. So she's a therapeutic mentor. So she would definitely be very supportive and an appropriate person to read stories and answer questions, because Jeannie is not allowed to answer children's questions. Just in case you're wondering. No.
I'm not a good reader either. So.
Get your glasses out.
Oh, we got some YouTube comments too.
We have what?
YouTube comments.
I can't see those.
Well, one of them is saying, I just came out as trans to my parents, and the other one is saying, I'm telling friends too.
Telling friends about our excellent.
Coming out as trans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's some comments on the YouTube, and unfortunately I can't see those comments. So Kevin, behind the scenes, Kevin, give a shout out to Kevin, because he does a lot of work behind the scenes and you never get to see him, is telling me what they're saying. So thank you, Kevin. Do you have questions about us and what we do at the network?
Yeah, I would love to hear more about the work that you guys do.
So right now, we are sponsoring a lot of events, but basically we do some trainings for community agencies on just basic LGBTQ, the vocabulary. I'll say that, the vocabulary and what that means, the difference between gender identity and sexual orientation. We host all, what's the matter, Jeannie?
I said it's crazy.
Jeannie, you still trying to figure this out?
Yes, I'm 48 and have been a lesbian my entire life, and I don't know what any of that means. I'll be the first to say it.
So we have to have some younger adults come in, and they teach us a lot, honestly.
Yes, they do.
They teach us a lot. So the South Coast LGBTQ Network is really working to make sure there's safe social environments for everyone in the community. So we provide social activities, gatherings, events. We do fundraising. We do a Pride event. We have many things. But one resource that I can definitely provide you is LGBTQ vocabulary for your story hour that can be handed to parents, so if they have questions, because I think a lot of times the younger generation, younger than me, way younger than me, they have a great handle on vocabulary, and as the older, better so than the older generation does, and they have these terms down and they know what they mean and they can express them. They teach me new things every time I talk with them. They have new vocabulary, words that I need to learn. So I think it's really helpful for parents to have that, so I can provide you with that. Any type of resource that you're really looking for, if I don't have it or someone at the network doesn't have it, then we can research it and get it to you. I would love to have you come back and talk about your story hour another time, how it went.
Yeah.
I would love to see the flyer. I'll post it. I'll post it on our Facebook page. I'll post it on our website. I'll post it on Instagram, Snapchat. Yeah. Anything else that you want to talk about with the library? Are you nervous about it?
I'm excited. I'm not that nervous about it. I think it's going to be really great. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for people to connect with each other, hopefully, and meet each other, and hopefully see the library in maybe a new light, which is always a good thing, and see the materials that we have that are available for everyone. And that's something that I would tell everyone too, that your library probably has stuff that you don't know about, and probably it's a resource worth looking into. We also have a lot of parenting books, so if you're a parent in this kind of situation and you don't quite know what to do, you guys are a great resource, but you can also check out books from the library, and so I just encourage people to use that resource, and also to shape that resource. If the library doesn't have what you want, you can let them know, and you can, with programs and with materials.
During school vacation weeks, does your programming change?
Yeah, we have this for our school vacation time for the one coming up in April, we're having a reptile show and a slime workshop where you can come and make your own slime. So we're hoping that
Hopefully my kids aren't watching this right now.
Yeah, hopefully. We're hoping
In Rainham
it'll be
making some
popular. Yeah, and that's another thing I want to say too is, while we're having this event, of course, all families and all kids are welcome at all library events. Like,
Right.
I would hate for people to feel like
It's
they
not just
can't-
Rainham.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, we have a lot of crossover. So yeah, so everybody's welcome to come, and yeah, we have a lot of
I have
fun stuff going
another
on.
question.
Yeah.
When you said that you were going to do this event and that you were all for it, did anybody say to you, are you gay?
No one has asked me that yet, so no one.
Has that ever crossed your mind? Are they gonna think I'm gay?
I wasn't overly concerned
Because a
about
lot
it
of
one or the
people,
other.
like,
Yeah.
because that's also a concern
Yeah.
when somebody does a show like that. You know,
Are they
their
gonna
appearance
think
is
I'm
like.
interested
Are they-
because
yes.
yeah.
So I was just curious if anybody, when you've reached out and said, oh, you know, we're gonna do this, why are you gay?
no one's asked yet, but maybe I should be.
Right?
So, well, it's
Yeah,
a
I can understand like people being.
So
yeah,
I was just
concerned about
curious
it.
if anybody, you know, came and said that.
It's a good point, because I think a lot of times when we promote something or we promote anything, right? People, if it's uncomfortable for them, look for your motive for promoting that, whatever that may be. So
Yeah.
it's a good point.
You must have like a personal agenda.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of people will say, why would I do that? I'm not gay. You know, why am I gonna promote that? You know, so,
Right.
you know, I think that,
I did feel a little concerned, and we all felt a little concerned about hosting it without being like a member of the community. And if that's okay, and how do we do that in a way that's okay? You know, I can't really speak from a place of authority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that is a concern, I think. Like, I want to make sure that we do that in a respectful way.
right, because it must be, I would think that you must have thought, what if I do it the wrong way?
Yeah.
May I offend somebody if
Yeah.
I say the wrong thing? You know,
Absolutely,
so.
absolutely, yeah. I do have concerns about that, but I figure it's better to try it, and if I make a mistake, I'm more than happy to hear that from people.
And
I'm
let
more
them
than
know
happy-
you're learning.
Yeah.
And you wanna
say,
learn.
Yes, I wanna learn, and we wanna be able to provide these services, and we wanna get better. So I'm hopeful that will be all right. And also I'm hopeful that it's mostly gonna be about the families themselves connecting. Like we're celebrating difference, we're celebrating everyone coming to the library. But again, I'm not really planning on like teaching anyone anything,
Right.
or, you know, I don't really see that as my role in the situation. But yeah, it can get a little tricky, and I don't want to offend anyone,
Right.
and I don't want to, you know.
Because no
step on
worries, I
anybody's
offend a
toes.
lot of gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgenders. I can send people off.
Yes.
Just so you know,
Yes.
it's not just the straight people.
Yeah, that problem.
So I know that you work with a team of people at the library.
Yes, yeah.
So I talk to your team of people at the library, and if you would like the presence of, I'll volunteer myself, from the network on that evening, I would be more than happy to go and not present to them, but be available
Yeah.
with material. So let me know,
Yes, I would
send me an
absolutely
email.
love that.
And if that works, then I will make that happen.
That would be wonderful, because again, I think, yeah, I'd love for families to know too, because when I was, you know, when we decided to do this, I was looking for groups in the community to connect with, and it was a little tricky. Like, I had a hard time finding groups. I mean, this is kind of far, and so I was like, is this really the closest group to like this area? But I mean, I could be completely wrong, so if people know of other groups, let me know, but it seemed like this was kind of the closest group, so.
Yeah, so there are groups in Rhode Island, there are many, there's a group in Fall River, but I don't know of any right now that are running these programs, but I know of people that are interested, libraries specifically, that are interested in starting this. So
Yeah.
I think you can, partner with them and see how it goes. And I am definitely willing to partner with you as a resource.
Yeah, because
At
I'm
that
sure
event.
I would love for families to know, be able to connect too and find information that might be helpful for them. That'd be wonderful.
Excellent. So send me an email, let me know.
I will, yeah.
And send me a flyer
Absolutely.
so I can
Yep, tomorrow
post
morning.
it. And Jeannie's gonna bring her kids.
I was gonna say, I'll check the
Yeah.
schedule and see if my kids
Yeah,
can
come
go,
on.
and
So, yeah.
I don't get in a mermaid suit or anything, so.
come on, Jeannie. You don't have a mermaid suit?
Well, I
Wear a
have one,
costume.
it's for
Oh.
my daughters, but I'm
Oh,
not getting in
you're not
it.
wearing it? Well, maybe they can wear a mermaid
Yeah, if
suit.
they want to. Everyone can come however they would like to.
All right. Any other questions? No.
No.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing and, you know, being a role model in the community and showing that LGBTQ families, children are welcome and are part of your community. So I
And
really,
for supporting,
yeah, supporting.
definitely.
Yes. And thank you. And thank you to whoever the mom was that recommended it, suggested it. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you. And Ruthie says she's going to find out if she can create a program like this in Rhode Island Library.
Oh,
so
good,
see,
good,
it's
good,
already
good.
it's
Yeah.
already starting. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and coming
Yeah.
all the way from Rainham tonight
Yeah,
on a work night.
Well, thank you so much for having me and for all of your support with this program. Like, that's been really wonderful. And I'm so excited to have you come.
Thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about some events that are coming up. What do you have? MB Agley. So MB Agley, is that what we got? Yes, MB Agley is Thursday nights. Thursday nights from 5 to 7, 484 Pleasant Street.
You got it?
And ages 14 to 24. It is, let's see, peer led.
Peer-led.
I haven't done this in so long. Peer-led,
Peer-led, youth-driven.
youth-driven, adults supported,
Supported or supervised?
both.
Okay, yeah. They're interchangeable.
Yeah, so that is Thursday nights. It is a great time to socialize with other LGBTQ youth and allies. So go out and support the group, have fun, socialize. They play games, they have snacks.
And your paper's catching on the green screen.
Oh, my paper. Okay, sorry, better? Okay. Let's see, what else do we have going on? We have, let's talk about the Stonewall event, AJ. You have the Stonewall event? AJ's gonna put the link up as well in the comment section. So we have a Stonewall event on May 31st from 6 to 9 p.m. at Harbor Hotel, downtown New Bedford. That is the registration form AJ has up now. You can also click in this link and it will bring you right to the registration. You can sponsor the event. You can buy tickets, they're $25 each. There will be a panel discussion of Stonewall veterans. This is a great event. We'll also talk about marriage equality that night. Take a look at the website. You'll be able to find out a lot more information about that. And Jeannie and I decided tonight that we were going to have a little bit of fun because we need it. We've had a long couple of weeks, right, Jeannie?
Yep, a long couple of weeks.
It's been a long couple of stressful weeks with a lot of unknowns. We'll say
Right,
that, right?
yeah,
A
and
lot
no
of worry.
alcohol.
No, we can't drink on the show.
No, can't drink on the show.
Mike said no drinking on the show. Rebecca said no
Unbelievable.
drinking on the show. So let's talk about some funny stuff, Jeannie. Let's talk about, what you've been doing on the side for a little bit now. What have you been doing?
Oh, I've been doing some stand-up comedy,
Yes.
and I have a show March 30th
Mhm.
at Ying's Dynasty, and
Where is
also that is in Dartmouth,
Mhm.
and then also one April 18th that's in Providence at a club. I'm not really sure where that is yet though, because I don't remember.
This is like grown-up comedy, so you really
This
can't
is, yeah,
say.
no, 18 plus. I would go with 21 on the safe side.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Don't bring your kids
Don't bring your kids
unless they're grown-ups.
unless they're grown-ups.
So we talked about this a long time ago. Actually, I think we were in the old studio when we started talking about you doing stand-up.
Yeah,
Is there
it was
any-
the old studio.
Yeah. So how many times have you done it?
Think this will be my 5th time.
Fifth time.
Yep.
So most of your, not most, a lot of your stories are real life stuff, right?
100%. True stories.
True stories. So tell us a G-rated true story, Jeannie. Tell us something. You have to make me laugh tonight because it's, like I said, it's been a long week. What do you have for me?
When I get kicked out of the ladies' room.
Let's talk about the things the kids do to you.
Oh, they do a lot of things to me.
Love those kids. So how many kids you have?
I have 4 kids adopted, 4 precious little princesses.
All girls in your
All
house?
girls.
Okay. And so let's see. Let's tell me about something they've done to you at school.
Oh,
when you bring them to school.
They set me up a lot.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you about the one about swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My twins wanted to go swimming, so I said, all right, we'll take you swimming. And one of them runs ahead, and me and the other ones walk in. I said, when you get in there, make sure you just stay there and wait for me. We go in there, and when I go through the swimming doors, everybody turns around and looks at me. So I said to my other twin, I think she said something. And she said, yes, she did. So I said to everybody, can I help you? Is there something wrong? And they said, no. Your daughter just said my mom is coming. She looks like my dad, but she's really my mom.
Oh.
So I said, was she lying? And they said, no, nope, she wasn't lying. And I said, all righty then.
So
They set me up all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's what kids are for, right?
That is.
So you have twins,
I have twins.
and you are a twin.
And I am a twin.
Hmm?
Special.
That is special, right? Twins are special. Hi, Nate. I see you. I'm glad you're watching tonight. Let's talk about, oh, God, let's see, Jeannie. I know a lot of stuff, so I want to be careful what I say, so you keep it G-rated.
Oh, yeah, it will be G-rated.
Okay.
That's all I talk about.
G-rated. Let's see. How about, can we talk about any hospital stays?
Oh, we can.
Well, we got to keep it G.
It is G.
Okay. Okay. What do you got?
I had neck surgery. That one?
Yeah.
All right. And I had to go to the bathroom. And so I rang the bell for the nurse to come in. She came in and she said, what's the matter? I said, I have to go to the bathroom. So she said, all right. She comes back in and says, I can't find a urinal, so I'll take you to the bathroom.
And I know right now Cherry is really,
she
mad at me right now.
She is probably, yep. So the lady,
Hi, Cherry.
the nurse gets me up to go to the bathroom, and I look at my wife, and she's on the ground just laughing with tears in her eyes. And I said, what's so funny? And she said a urinal. I was like, all right. So I go to the bathroom. The nurse stands me in front of the toilet and lifts up the seat. So I looked at her and I said, she goes, oh, I'm sorry, do you prefer to sit? And she put the seat down. So I did what anybody would do. I lifted up my Johnny and said, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she left. She left. I don't think I see her again.
Has Cherry recovered?
No, I think she wants student nurses to come in next time I have surgery, because she's a nurse, so she would love to trick some student nurses.
At your expense?
At my expense.
Nice. Okay. So I'm going to go back to a little bit of, I have to do a time check. I have no idea at the time. I don't know how my watch. Jeannie, what time is it?
7:34.
7:34. Okay. So let's see. We have a few things that AJ has put up for us. One of them is for Pride at Buttonwood Park. Pride is June 1st, Buttonwood Park. There is a link. One of these is the link. I'm not sure which one. First one, AJ. Second one, do you know? For Pride.
Probably the third one.
The third one is a link to Pride. So you can click on that link. You can register to be a vendor. You can do a sponsorship. You can do a program ad. Again, take a look at the links. You'll be able to see. It's very simple. You can do everything online, even pay, which is amazing. Oh, there's a picture of it. Is that the Pride one? Yeah, South Coast Pride 2019. You will be able to do everything right through the website, which will be amazing. The other link is for, let's see, Stonewall we talked about, Pride we talked about. We have March 26th. We have a book club. The book link is up there as well. It will be 6 to 7 p.m. on March 26th. We're going to read the book that's posted. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know if AJ does. And we'll have a discussion. And at that meeting, we'll pick the next book. So Antonio picked the book this time. So thank you, Antonio. What is the other link we have? Oh, I know, something very important. March 30th, we have volunteer orientation at 1213 Purchase Street. It's a Saturday from 10 to 12. If you're interested in volunteering, you can click on the link and register. It will be about 2 hours. We'll give an overview of the South Coast LGBTQ Network, what we do, the events we have, the volunteer opportunities. You can volunteer as often or as seldom as you like, event specific. Yeah, what else do we have going on? Did we talk about Pride Cafe yet? No. So Pride Cafe is Monday night, 7 to 9 p.m., 484 Pleasant Street, 18 and up, social group. We just hang out, play games, board games, cards. Sometimes we just talk. It depends on what's going on. So it's a fun time. 18 plus, join us. In April, we will start a movie night, which we will meet at the theater. We'll pick a movie, and everyone will, people were asking for more time to spend together as a community. So we'll work that out. There'll be more to come on that. It should start in April, maybe the first week in May. I haven't really figured a date out yet for that. And let's see. So, hi Ruthie. Yes, I got your registration for March 30th for the volunteer orientation. Thank you so much. It will be a great time to get to meet others in the community. I look forward to meeting a lot of people that day. I will be there with other members from the board, hopefully, that are available on a Saturday. What else, Jeannie? What do you got?
I don't know.
More stories.
Oh, you want more stories?
Yeah. Let's talk about stories. What do you got?
The one dance.
Okay, let's talk about dance.
My kids go to dance, and we're in the back during competition, and I go to the bathroom, I leave, and when I come back, there's a big sign that says no men allowed. And yep, the sign was for me. So one of the ladies said, there's no men allowed. I said, okay, that's a good thing. And I continued. So now I have a shirt that the dance moms made me that says, not a dance dad, #dance mom.
So do they all wear them, or they just make
No, it's just me, but it still sometimes doesn't work. When I ask where the men's room is, the bathroom is, they send me to the men's room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Do you hate when you get in there and there's urinals?
I do, but it beats standing in the ladies' room line. So like when I go to a concert or a game or something, I just walk by the ladies' line and go into the men's room. It works.
Works. So I want to remind everyone, thanks, Dee. I want to remind everyone that if you want to sponsor this show and make sure that we're able to continue to bring to you events in the community and LGBTQ ideas and social events, you can reach out to Leo at newbedfordguide.com, and he can tell you how to sponsor us in the show so we can continue the show. We have so many things going on. We have the book club, we have Pride Cafe, LGBTQ Voice is posted, so AJ put that up, so it has the website for Leo that you can, the email for Leo. If you have any questions or recommendations for the show, you can reach me at Eileen at southcoastlgbtqnetwork.org, and or you can go right to the website and click contact us, which is so easy now. You don't have to remember my email, and you can reach me there. There's take a look at the new website. It has a lot of new things on it. We have volunteer spotlight now, so once a month we are posting and highlighting a volunteer that has supported the network. So there'll be a new one up soon. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Right now is Tracy Welch, who everyone who is watching the show knows. So she was the last month's volunteer. And next month is Fry, so we're getting that done. What else, Jean?
If anybody has any new show ideas they want to learn about,
Yeah.
maybe they can reach out.
Yeah.
That maybe you guys haven't touched on yet.
Yep.
You guys touch
Definitely.
on everything though, but
I know, we talk about a lot of things. What, so what do you think about Storytime? You gonna go?
I think that's a really good idea. I think that if she can get different individuals there,
Mm-hmm.
so that not only are the kids reading the story, but they're associating the story with real life. And I think that that would be really great. It would be good to see other libraries pulling together.
It would. And I think there's a real interest in the community. When I did reach out to the other local libraries, they were interested in coming on the show tonight, but they just couldn't make it this particular date. So they will be on the show in the future, and I am pretty confident that they are going to engage and begin some type of story hour or activities for the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, it makes me want to reach out to my library.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Ruthie says Tracy is awesome. Yes, she is awesome. She gives back to the community every single day. It is her, her primary focus is to make sure that the community has what they need and is LGBTQ rights are in place for everyone. So yes, Ruthie, you're right. Tracy is amazing. Well, somebody said hi to Kevin, and I didn't say. Kelly Amaral says, hi, Kevin.
Hello.
And Kate says, Kevin is awesome.
Oh, thank you. You're
Yeah.
awesome too.
So let's see. Fall River Pride Committee. So I'm still talking with Fall River Pride Committee. I shouldn't say I'm just a support to them. They are really trying to pull together an event in Fall River. Jeannie, what do you know about that? Anything?
No, just that it's for gay people. That's all I know.
Is it? In allies?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I'm still learning.
You're still learning. So have you been to South Coast Pride in New Bedford?
Nope.
I know one of your children was there.
Yes, she was.
So tell me about that.
She actually loved it.
Did she?
Yeah. I like it because my kids really don't see a difference. They don't look at anybody as different. They just look at the person of the person.
Right. So how is that different from when you were growing up? So you threw that out there, Jeannie. You
I
led me
did,
right to
but
that question.
I did have a transgender cousin.
You did?
Yes. And I remember being really little and going to the bank with my mother, and we were standing in line, and my cousin happened to be in front of us with a couple of people, and they were actually making fun of her at the time. And it was, he was born a guy, but transgendered into a woman. And when he had left, my mother stood up and said, you should be careful who you talk about, because there are people that love that individual, and I happen to be one of them. And that's when I learned, that it was okay to be different, even back then. And you're talking probably 1975, 76.
Yeah.
My mother was defending, my transgender cousin at the time. And imagine what she ended up going through
Right.
versus today. I couldn't even fathom that.
Yeah. A lot of things have changed.
Mhm.
A lot more equal rights. Brings me back to Stonewall. Get your tickets to the Stonewall event. It's going to be amazing. May 31st. Harbor Hotel in New Bedford. Check it out on the website. Times have changed.
Yes.
I don't remember even hearing, this is really ironic, anything about lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. I think I was like a teenager. Like, I didn't even know what that was, right? So it was pretty felt it, I guess.
That surprises me,
Yeah.
because my mother had many friends. Like, I remember Masha.
We grew up in the same circles, right?
Right. She was a lesbian. Betty, like one of her
Yeah.
good friends, Betty, was a lesbian.
It never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just me, like I never thought anything about it, or like it just never, it wasn't taboo, it just
Right.
wasn't there.
Just wasn't there.
It just wasn't there for me. So, oh, Nate says hi, Kevin. Hi, Nate.
We love you, Kevin.
I feel so popular.
So times have changed. So, I mean, now we talk to children any age, even my own children, which I'm not going to say how old they are because it makes me feel really old. Oh, I have to say congratulations to Cameron, my son. I can't say why because he'll be mad at me, but congratulations, Cameron. I'm proud of you. Anyways, my kids, they grew up in a whole different world, talking a whole different language than me. And when I talk to them, it's just amazing the things that they know about society, culture, sexuality. Like, we never used gender identity. We never used those words growing up. So I think it just shows, talking about the story time tonight, it shows how far we have come with acceptance and understanding and allowing people to be who they are. It's just amazing to me.
Even TV shows now.
Right? TV shows.
Cartoons.
Right? There's some new show, I don't know how new it is now, but a superhero, transgender superhero. Kevin, you know who it is?
I have no idea.
I don't know either,
Me
but
neither, but
there is one. Right, the big thing for me, like Ellen coming out,
Right.
Like Ellen came out and the show ended. So
Right.
like, what did that say to us? Now we go into schools and they say stuff to me like, it was illegal for two women to get married, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, how far we've come, right? For our children not even to know that that was discriminatory,
Right.
that those practices were in place.
When my children learn that through school, they're probably gonna, it's gonna be a shock to them.
Right. They
Because
know-
they're so close
Right.
to the law changing.
Right.
So they were in it, they just don't realize it yet.
It's amazing. So I'm really proud of the work that's being done at Rainham Public Library because I think it's going to just further
Yes.
the just immersion
Mhm.
of the LGBTQ youth and families and into communities, and that's just amazing. I'm thinking, you know, what we can do to make sure the children don't forget or learn the process, right? Learn the process and the challenges and the struggles that we've been through. That's really important. So again, if you want to sponsor the show, please reach out to, AJ's going to put it up, Leo at NewBedfordGuide.com. New Bedford Guide allows us to have this show each week. We need sponsorships to consider this, to continue this show in these topics. If you have any topics that you want us to discuss, or if you are interested in being on the show to discuss something, reach out to me. Click the contact us on our website. It's the easiest way now to get a hold of me. Or you can call me 774-775-2656. That is the network cell phone. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know what you want to hear. Anything else you want to talk about tonight, Jeannie, before we close out? It's going to be an early night tonight, I
is.
think.
I'm just really glad that what's her name, Jessie?
Jessie.
That
Yeah.
she took the initiative, regardless of how she may have been portrayed,
Right.
to stand up and show the community that she accepts it as well,
Right.
and will pull everybody in, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so I think that we move beyond that place of, oh, if I
Right.
say, oh, let's do this and support this community that doesn't make them have a certain identity,
Right.
right? So I think that's huge, and people are willing to take that that stand and say,
Right.
this is what's needed in our community, whatever that need is in our
Yep.
community. Kate, you're gonna call with the topic? Yay. Oh, hi Cameron, I'm glad you're watching. I was just talking about you. Yeah, so I think that is about all we have for tonight. Any final words you have, Kevin? Anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
Did I forget anything that's happening? Oh, no more First Fridays, right? Did we talk about that
Not for
last
now.
time? Right now, First Fridays are on hold. We have the book club. Yoga will be starting again soon, so I'll let you know when that's going to come up. Thanks to Project Wheelhouse. We love you. We love your support. Thank you so much. I think that's all I have.
I think that's it.
Anything else? No. Thank you. And again, any questions, please reach out, call me, contact us button on the website. And thank you all for watching. Have a great night. See you in a few weeks.
Bye.
Bye.